Alright, so hello everybody. This is Jay with another episode of Jay's Garage. I mentioned before on the channel that I was going to be getting a kind of a build, how to fix it, put it back to original truck build. And so I have got it finally home after 3 days. My truck is home, so it had to be towed here. It's got some tranny problems, but that's okay. What Dodge doesn't. So I've been doing a little bit of work on it today. It's a hot day here, so I recently replaced the oil dipstick, and then it had a check engine code for crank sensor, so I plugged in the crank sensor on it, and while you're there you have to take off the start and everything. So I didn't want to film that. It was kind of hard to do, and I finally got it done and started up and everything. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what this truck looks like. So here we have it, a 1999 Dodge 2500 with 5.9 Cummins in it, and this is my new build for the channel. It's a lot of work. Like I said, it's got tranny problems and a few other things like the bumpers in the back. I have to install a fuel system on it, headlight. Guy left his air conditioner and stuff in there. Needs a rear bumper, and overall it's a pretty nice truck. It's got a straight pipe exhaust, so it sounds really good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it sounds like and everything here in just a minute. It's got airbag suspension, four-wheel drive, of course. I have a mirror. It's got a broken mirror. Interior is pretty clean, just a single cab, automatic. And so what I was going to do, so like I said, I replaced the oil dipstick and plugged in the crank sensor for a code. So what I was going to do here was the thing on these Dodge Cummins engines that I don't like, and it's called a turbo silencer. And so you take off the air intake, which is right here. You just need a flat blade screwdriver. And so this will be the first mod that I do. So we'll get a startup of how it sounds with the turbo silencer on it. Okay, so let's get a start up here with this 99. Love the sound of these 5.9 Cummins Dodge trucks. So we'll get a rev here. So that's our rev with the turbo silencer. And then now let's take that apart. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do here is, the engine isn't hot yet, so I guess the clamp is already undone on the air intake. So there we go, right there. So this thing right here is a turbo silencer, right there. And so the way to get it out is you got to get your screwdriver in. There's a little snap ring that goes all along this spot here. And so you got to get your screwdriver in and pry it out. Kind of do this kind of motion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so I am back. It took me a minute to get the turbo silencer ring out, but here it is. So you got this little snap ring right here that you have to pry up on, right on that edge right here, the screwdriver. And then this little thing comes out, and then I think it gives a cleaner look on the turbo. I still got some dirt to clean out of there. Don't want anything in there. I ended up taking the whole air intake tube off, but you really don't need to. It just goes on back like that. So yeah, I'm gonna clean that out, and then we'll get a start up here. I'm back after that little install. Intake's on, turbo silencer out. Let's see what we get for a startup. Turbo noise, so why not? Alright, that's it for that install. Okay, so here's another thing I just noticed. So right here is some kind of vacuum, and I just found the other connection being right here. So, not sure what it's to. Probably need to plug it in. Good thing to have plugged in. It's there for a reason, right? So let's plug this in. Sorry if you can't see that. Come on, win. Here we are. Trying to plug it in here. Okay, looks like we're plugged in now. Not sure what that was for. Looks like it goes down to some kind of vacuum down here and down in there. Not sure, but it's plugged in now. Okay. Now the next thing is I would like to take this off and just put a plug in it. I'm not going to use any gauges right now, and it just looks kind of weird just sitting here doing this the whole time, so I may take that off here, or I may show you guys what I have for a tranny problem. So the reason I bought this truck here is this is a 99, and the guy had a 2001 Dodge two-wheel drive pickup that he rolled over, and ended up he took the engine out and put it in this truck, and now the two-wheel drive truck had 126,000 miles on it. So this engine supposedly only has roughly 130,000 miles on this engine here. So this is the 24 valve 5.9 Cummins, and it is, so in 99 they had a lot of these trucks that had a Block 53 engine. Well, the Block 53 had been swapped out of it, and this has a 55 or 56 block. I'm not sure, I'd have to take a look again, but as one of the two, it's no Block 53. So this is a 99 single cab with no Block 53. So that is a plus. So that is one reason I bought this truck. Another reason is that the guy said that he overhauled the transmission. So he's got obviously a cooler on here, and then he just fabbed up some lines. I will probably replace these lines with the OEM ones that Dodge supplies. These are just like hydraulic fitting lines. Preferably not my favorite. Looks like there was a hose clamp or something there at one time. There's not now. So yeah, these lines definitely need to be replaced with OEM Dodge lines, and they are leaking, so they go under the transmission or under the engine and everything. There's one there. I will show you guys the ones that have been spliced. Also, he's rebuilt the front end here, so it's got all new ball joints, tie rods, everything new under here. It's been sitting for 3 years, and I got a really good deal on it. So let's check out these tranny lines here. There's where I was just working. I replaced that dipstick. It's right there. It's right there. And then the crank sensor is there as well, if anybody needs to know. On a 99 Dodge, I believe it's the same. Crank sensor is right there. Under the starter, you have to possibly, I had to take the starter out, but you might not have to. The crank sensor is right straight ahead there. It's got a 10mm bolt. Okay, so he says that he redid the transmission, but it doesn't shift right now. It'll go into drive, but it will not leave any gears. So yeah, this is his kind of jerry-rig line. So this is the OEM one, and then it goes into a that one's still good, that goes up that way, but there is another line that is right here that goes down right there, and then it's coupled by a hydraulic fitting. It's definitely leaking. Not my way of doing it. Dodge makes a steel line that goes from there across. OEM one, so I will be replacing that, and I will video that. That one goes all the way up to this little housing if you ever want to replace your lines. Goes right there. And then there's the other one, held on by another hydraulic fitting, and that goes around and up there. So that one will be replaced too, and I will have a video on that when I get those lines in stock. So he did add a drain plug, which is leaking, in the pan. So I'm going to be taking off the pan.
Hi, it's me, the editor. Jay actually told me after he sent me the footage that the transmission resolved itself. Or sort of. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something to the end of basically he decided to look at something else instead of taking the whole thing apart. Turns out that fixed the whole problem. So I don't have any footage of that, and he didn't supply anything about what went on afterward, if he did record anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that there's not. And yeah, that's the end of the video, at least for today.